Have you ever walked into a room and clearly felt that the atmosphere had just changed? Not a single word was spoken, not a single unusual action was taken, but everyone's eyes start to follow you. A few people quietly avoided it. Some people are confused and clumsy, and others look at you as if they feel something, but they don't understand what it is. If you have experienced this, then maybe they have recognized you as the chosen one. Energy does not need a voice. And you, even without trying, still carry a powerful force field. Your presence cannot be ignored. It makes others feel many things at once: awe, curiosity, but also insecurity. Because when a truly awakened soul enters the space, every other soul feels the difference. You are not like them. You don't behave the way they expect. You don't unconsciously follow social scripts like the majority do. And that's what makes you stand out, sometimes annoying, even though you haven't done anything wrong. Some people will be attracted to you. They feel the light in your energy. They want to be around, want to learn, want to understand how you see the world. But there are also people who, even though they don't understand why, feel uncomfortable, even hate you from the first meeting. That doesn't concern you. It has to do with how you unintentionally illuminate the part they are hiding within themselves. Your natural confidence may make them realize their own insecurities. Your calmness can make them realize the chaos inside them. And even though you don't speak, your energy talks to them in ways that reason cannot control. Here's what you need to know. You're not normal, and other people can sense that before you even realize who you are. And so their strange reactions are not the problem. They are the first manifestation that the light within you is shaking the world around you. Be steadfast. Don't change to make other people less uncomfortable, because your differences are the reason you were chosen. When you have a special source of energy, that difference not only makes others react instinctively, but also makes them unable to take their eyes off you. Maybe you didn't notice, but have you ever caught someone staring at you from across the room? Not a judgmental or unsympathetic look. It's a look full of wonder, as if they're trying to decipher something from you, something that even they themselves can't express in words. That look came from an unconscious urge. Because true light, there is never any need to shout to be seen. It just needs to be present. And when you enter the space with the energy of an awakened person, a person walking on his or her true path, then you become the focus, even if you're not trying to. People don't look at you because of your appearance. They look at you because the energy field around you makes them sense something very different. For some people, that look is filled with admiration. For others, it's insecurity. But all in all, they can't ignore you. Not because you're intentionally attracting attention, but because your energy is attention-grabbing in itself. And then, something interesting starts happening. They start imitating you. Not in an obvious way, not like a crazy fan trying to become a copy. It's a very subtle, very silent imitation. You change your hairstyle. A few days later, they change it too. You use a particular word, they start repeating it. You share an opinion. Sometime later, you hear them say it again, as if they were the one who thought it first. And you will wonder, why are you so similar to me? The answer is, because you're becoming an invisible role model for them. They see in you what they secretly want to have: autonomy, peace, an identity that doesn't need to belong to the crowd to feel complete. And they are fascinated, even want to become a version like you, even though sometimes they don't realize it. But imitation is not enough. They started confused. They don't understand why they are attracted. Somehow you do things your own way, and it works. I don't understand why you don't need to strain yourself and still have influence. In their eyes, you become a big question. What law does this person live by? And so they started asking. The question seemed random and trivial, but revealed deep curiosity. How can you be so calm? Why don't you seem afraid of anything? What do you believe in? They don't ask out of simple curiosity. They ask because there is something in you that reminds them of the part they once had, but forgot. A part that is so real, so pure, so powerful, but has been buried by fear, social conditioning, and external expectations. And when they see you truly alive, they remember themselves. But they are not brave enough to live like that. So they watch you, ask you questions, and hope to find their own way out. Don't blame them for looking at you for too long. Don't be upset if someone imitates you. Don't be confused when others ask strange questions. Understand that you're touching the deepest part of them, the part they don't dare to live, but still secretly wish to live again. And the most beautiful thing? When you don't need to try to inspire, you just need to be true to yourself, and the truth within you has become the guiding light for others. Let's continue like this. No explanation needed, no proof needed, because real light never needs convincing, it just needs to shine. And then, after the watching eyes, after the curious whispered questions, another strange thing begins to happen. People begin to come to you not just to observe, but to ask for advice. Maybe during a seemingly innocuous conversation, they suddenly ask you, "If it were you, what would you do?" Could be a midnight message, "I know you're busy, but can I ask something?" Or a colleague stops by your desk, not because of work, but just to ask, "What do you think I should choose between these two paths?" At first, you find it strange, because you're not a counselor, you're not a therapist, you're not someone with any special experience. But then you realize people don't come to you because you have a degree, but because you have depth. There are people who, even if they haven't known you for a long time, are still willing to confide in you. They share things with you that they've never told anyone else, even things that make them embarrassed or contradict themselves, because they feel safe, because they are with you. They are not judged. They feel heard, understood, reflected, not with advice, but with a quiet, steady, uncontrolled presence. And you, even without trying, still become the person they come to when they need a light in the midst of darkness. You don't need to say much. Sometimes just a look, a short sentence, a well-timed silence is enough for them to see what they need to see. But with that trust comes something you need to learn: keeping your boundaries. Because light can heal, but if you're not careful, it can also cause you to suffer from energy abuse. When you are the one bringing clarity, others may unconsciously start to rely on you too much, looking for validation for every decision, every choice. And gradually, they forget that they also have inner strength, an inner voice that needs to be heard. You need to learn to distinguish. When is the time to share, and when is the time to stay silent to let others grow on their own? Because your purpose is not to solve life for them, but to awaken within them the ability to heal and direct themselves. Learn to give advice as a gift, not as an obligation. Don't try to fix anyone, because the truth is, everyone has their own time to learn their lessons. Your job is not to pull them towards the light, but to stand there and shine as a gentle reminder. The path is real, and you can walk it too. You may not know it, but your presence alone is a healing spell, because you don't just say the right thing, you live what you say. You don't just inspire, you are the inspiration. And other people see it, they feel it, they believe it, not because you're trying to convince them, but because you are living proof that one can live authentically, live deeply, live rightly, and still be at peace. And the most beautiful thing is, with each conversation, each advice given, you are growing too. You don't just help others. You are being challenged to stay true to yourself amidst all the things others place on you. Because being the chosen one doesn't mean you're perfect. It is. You have light, and you are learning how to use that light to illuminate the path for yourself and then for others. The more you walk with the light, the more you become a mirror for others, not only when you succeed, but also when you stumble. And this is a truth you need to prepare yourself for. There will be people who are not waiting for you to shine, but waiting for you to fall. Not because you did anything wrong, it's because your presence, your strength and clarity makes them feel small. And while they are not ready to face themselves, they choose to scrutinize you. Pick up the mistakes, magnify the scratches, wait to see how you will handle failure. But the paradox is, they can't take their eyes off you. They talk behind your back, but still watch every step you take. They criticize, but quietly learn. Because even if they don't accept it, their hearts know clearly. You bring something they don't have the courage to live out. And you, the chosen one, don't need to be perfect to be trustworthy. You just need to be real, even in failure. Because it's the way you stand up after a fall, the way you still keep the light in your eyes even through pain, that makes them unable to leave. They watch, not because they hate you, but because deep down, they are learning more from you than they dare to admit.